What is the greatest generation? It's the people that were born around 1910. What's unique about them? History and our lives work in seasons. So think of it this way. 0 to 21 is springtime. What are the qualities of springtime? Growth is hard or easy. When springtime, it's not hard. You can plant anything that grows in springtime, right? If you start a business in a springtime economy, you think you're a genius? No, you're just in the right season, right? It's an easy season, right? But every season is followed by a challenging season, then an easy season. It's like when the real tough night comes, you get the daylight. You know, it's like if you were God, wouldn't you set up that way? It's how we grow. 0 to 21 is not the same for all of us. Some of us had to go to work at 7 or 8 years old to take care of our family. Some of us went through physical trauma and so forth. However, you're still not the one who goes to war. You're still having someone feeding you to some extent. Someone's looking out for you. And it's a place where we get poured into it. Education, belief systems. We're learning and we're absorbing like crazy. 0 to 21 is a random number. Some people, it's 16 that they really change seasons, but that's the first stage. Now you go from 22 to 42. That's summertime. That's where you're tested. All studies show people 22 to 42 are the most unhappy in their lifetime usually. And the reason is because you think you've learned everything and you've been somewhat protected or a lot protected. And now you think you're invincible. I'm going to be president of the United States. I'm going to be a multi-billionaire. I'm going to have 100 relationships and everybody's going to be happy simultaneously. And then by the time you're 30 or 35, you've had 2 or 3 relationships or more, or you got married or you got divorced and you're like, no, and you're not president of the United States and you're not a billionaire. And all of a sudden you're like, this is not it. And what you're the soldier of society in that season, 22 to 40. In fact, if we have a war, you're the one going to war, right? That's who's going to go. Whether you like it or not, you're going, right? If you're in a corporation, you're the soldier. Now, if you grow during that time, if you grow during the spring and the summer and you fight through the hot summer, it's a difficult time, you will arrive in the fall where you get to reap. 43 to 63 is that reaping time. That's where all the experiences, Sino, that you've been through, good and bad, now you recognize patterns. You understand what's going on. You don't react the same. You know, if you have multiple kids, the first kid gets an ear infection and you think it's the end of the world, you're in the hospital. By the 4th child, you love them just as much, but you don't react. You go, it's part of this stage. You go handle it, but there's no upset. Well, the same thing is as you get 43 to 63, you've lived enough life, you have enough relationships, you've had enough life experience, you've built up some skills. That's usually the massive growth reaping time, financially, emotionally, and everything, if you grew. If you worked hard in the spring and summer, you reap in the fall. If you didn't, you weep in the fall. So you got a challenge. But then the next stage, and the stage, I would never have known this. So that's why I want to plant the seed since I'm just about to turn 65 myself. 64 to 84, or 64 to 104, or 64 to 120, which is the oldest living humans, somewhere in there is the final stage of winter. And in that season, and I see it in you, brother, it's a season where you wake up to realize, in the other times you're trying to prove to yourself or others who you are. Now you know who you are. You certainly, like, I'd love to help everyone on earth, but I know I'm not the right person for everybody. My style, my approach is not going to be there. But I'm not trying to make that happen, prove that happen. It's like, you know, I used to have these large mission statements change. Now my mission statement, how can I help?
Right on.
You know, it's like, how can I help? Somebody calls me and they got cancer. Okay, I know I've got a body of knowledge and understanding around health that's amazing. I interviewed 150 of the best regenerative doctors in the world. Finance, why do I help? I interviewed 50 of the best in the world. I know that they're my friends now. I know those patterns. I can help. So it's like, it's a different world at that stage. That's where you get to really be a mentor. That's when you get to be a person that can give back. So my view is, let's find the beliefs that are holding you back and let's replace them with beliefs that move you forward, because everybody does what they believe.
Right on.
And like, by the way, all human beings have done things at times they're not proud of. Anybody says that they didn't is a liar, right? Or they're unconscious. Why'd you do what you did? You can beat yourself up. You did what you believed your choices were at the time. That's why I believe everyone's innocent. Tony, you're going to say that, someone who blows people up is innocent? No, I'm not saying the behavior is innocent. I'm saying there were once a child that was pure and untouched. And then somewhere along the way, through a series of events, they developed a different belief. It may have been shaped a good deal by their environment. It may have been shaped by horrific circumstances. But you can't say it was controlled by the environment completely, because I can find you somebody in the same environment
That's right.
who chose differently. Our creator's given us one thing, whatever you call creation or the universe or God, whatever your term is. I prefer God personally, but whatever your view is, there's one thing that's clear. We have choice. But at this stage of my life, it's like, come on, it's like, you know who you are. And so now it's your joy to help other people not have to go through suffering that you went through. I mean, we all should be able to help the next generation to be able to stand on our shoulders, not have to start over. And so it's like, and that becomes more your natural mission. And then towards the end of that stage, if you stay alive long enough, hopefully healthy long enough, then others tend to look out for you.
Right on,
because
man.
You've contributed so much to them. And then you die and create room for the next group. You don't experience life. You experience only the life you focus on.
Right on.
So in this moment right now, you could be totally pissed off if you want to think about things, be pissed off in your own life or what someone's done or something that doesn't even have to do with you, other people. You could be totally grateful. It depends on what you focus on. That's the cycle of life. Now, human beings were transformed by understanding patterns. The most important pattern in humanity that took us from survival, being hunter-gatherers, moving from place to place, scarcity, was when we recognized seasons. When we recognized seasons, we discovered, wow, I could do the right thing at the wrong time and I get nothing but pain. If everybody does what they believe.
Right on.
You did what you believed your choices were at the time. I have to know what season I'm in and apply that to where I am. And if I want to stay here, I got to plant in the spring. I can't expect it's going to show up like some people plant and they're like, well, where's the result? Are you new? It takes a while. You got to go through all the seasons. So then you go through the summer and you fight through the hot summer and keep growing. And then you reap in the fall. And oh, by the way, while you're reaping, you're not stupid. You save some for the winter. So when the tough times come, you're able to grow and expand and have a great time with your family. And then the season begins again. And the good news is what follows every winter is spring. What follows the harsh, dark night of the soul is that beautiful new life or morning. What's more important for you to experience in life? The skills to make you have a fulfilled and happy life, or the skills, practical skills to have financial security or freedom? In the 60s and 70s, what do you think 81% of college students said? It's a happy life.
Happy life. Yeah.
What do you think they said in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s?
Give me that bread, brother.
That's right. It's pragmatic.
Yeah.
So now what season are we in today? We're in the season of history. Would you say it's springtime? Is it summer? Is it fall? Or is it winter? Harsh winter. People have been fearful.
Yeah.
I think the world's going to, the same things happened before and nobody said the world's going to. Now they happen. It's like, oh, Earth's going to be over. I'm not going to have a kid because in 12 years I've been told, the entire world, environment's going to be crushed. I mean, the level of it's winter. Now I don't know. I'm not a forecaster, but if you study historians will tell you, we're probably 3/4 the way through it. We're not done. Every winter has great financial challenges, and every winter also has a significant war that reorganizes things. We probably have at least a cyber war with China. We're kind of in it to some extent right now, but something, and then people get tired of being upset. They get tired of the fighting, and then peace ensures for a lot of time, and things change. You can look at this history over and over. So the ideal is a cocktail between present and future, and where when you do touch the past, it's the grateful things of the past. So why I'm telling you this is, the millennial and Z generation, when I hear people criticize them, I understand why they might feel that way because they think that they've been pampered. They have been. They don't think they have been because they have no other reference. But they didn't do that. They just experienced it. But I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, that's the next hero generation because they know how to communicate to each other and how to use technology and what we're facing in the future. They will rise to be the next heroes. So I have enormous respect for these young people, even the ones that aren't there yet. I know they're going to get there. They've not been tested. I'll finish the whole thing by saying this. I can give you the history of the world in 4 phrases. Good times create weak people, only always. Not because people are weak, but because they don't have to be strong. If you don't lift weights, you're not going to get stronger. As time goes, we're getting weaker, right? What is weights? It's lifting resistance against something that's really difficult, right? So good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Art for art's sake is the philosophy of the well-fed. It's like no one here they think they face challenge. They don't know what a challenge is. So they're busy worrying about pronouns or what people call them on social media or where it's there and making it life and death. But they will grow when the challenges expand and they enter that place of leadership. And they're about to be there. If good times create weak people, we create bad times. Bad times create strong people.
Right on, man.
And strong people create great times.